What's up, guys? I'm Adam.
Hi, and I'm Renee.
Today's topic is Fresh Off the Boat, the ABC comedy that recently got picked up for season 2. Very exciting.
Yeah, which I did not know, but
just recently.
That's cool.
And I think white people don't understand why Asians love Fresh Off the Boat so much. They never had this experience where you're like, Scott, listen to me. There's a show on ABC, and it's got all white people. We've got to support this, or else it's not gonna work.
Pause. Are we able to say white people on camera?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we say black people?
In the right context.
I don't know. I don't know. And so while the show is pretty funny, I think you just have to be kind of open-minded to how they're choosing like their humor.
I think definitely when you have a new show, particularly a new comedy, they're going to try out different things. They're going to see what fits for them, what makes sense for the story, what makes sense for the characters. So let's talk about the accents. I think they've gotten a lot of criticism that their accents weren't very authentic.
I think that the mother, Jessica, played by Constance Wu, they gave her this very over-exaggerated Asian stereotyped accent, and it kind of took away from the show for me. I will say that it did lighten up later on.
Okay.
But in the first 2 episodes, it was very, very apparent, and it turned me off.
Well, also the father's Chinese accent is not very convincing. If you've seen him, Randall Park. If you've seen Randall Park and anything else, you know he doesn't have an accent at all, but he's putting one on for the show. And I don't want to give them too much flack for that. I know no matter what you do, someone's going to criticize you. If you go out with a super thick Asian accent, people are going to be offended. If you don't do any accent at all, people say it's not authentic. So they're walking a really thin line, and overall, I think they did a good job with the accents. You've also got the 3 child actors: Ian Chen as Evan Wong, Forrest Wheeler as Emery, and Hudson Yang as Eddie Wong. I think those 3 really do a good job, and they actually look pretty similar. That I would believe that they were brothers.
I don't know about that. I think Emery has very light brown hair, and he may be mixed also. I don't know. But I think that they're the best actors in the show, or maybe that's just because they're cute. I don't know.
I think that's the bit. You're blinded by cuteness. And they kind of remind me of, in many ways, of Dewey's role on Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the father, Randall Park, as Louis Wong. I'm a big fan of Randall Park. I think he's a very talented guy.
He could tone down his eyebrow, though. Do you ever notice that, where he's...
No, I never noticed that.
I don't know, he does this side smile, and then he also raises his eyebrow and leans in like that. I don't know. Sorry, very random.
Randall, if you're watching, watch the eyebrow. You heard it here.
It's like a caterpillar. Just going in.
Constance Wu as Jessica, very talented. Sometimes gets too real for my taste. Got some childhood. I think the most subtle thing was when they were talking about her sister got a new car, and the dad's like, it's not new. It's like, he said it's new, it's not new. That was the realest thing I've ever seen on TV. That's exactly how Asian parents bicker about things. Mm-hmm. My only complaint about that character is that I think she's really young to play their mother.
I agree.
I believe her as their older sister, maybe.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think she does a great job at the role. And you also have Lucille Song as Grandma Wong. I think with this character, they're really trying different things. I don't think it works quite well yet, but I think they're gonna get there. Some of the humor with the grandma I feel is too forced.
I don't know. I've always seen her as a kind of sidekick to Eddie, and whenever she's supporting his mischief, but. I don't know. I kind of I think she's there for even more comic relief in a way.
Sure.
I do appreciate her character.
I do too. I think they're gonna really find their way in season 2. Another thing I love about Fresh Off the Boat is not only can we commiserate with the Asian American side of it, but also the fact that it's filmed in the 90s. In fact, Eddie is probably about the age of my older brother. You remember Max?
Right.
Do you remember Max?
Yes, I know my cousin. Familiar with him.
I remember what really struck me about that show was when they brought out Shaq Fu.
Who?
It was a video game, Shaq Fu.
I think I was a little too young for that.
You were too young for it. I was right about the prime age to play Shaq Fu, so I remember going to my friend's house and playing that game. It sucked so bad, but Shaq was in it, so we still played it.
Was it on Nintendo?
Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo. I have no idea. I thought I knew all of your. I thought I knew your stash.
I never owned this game. Like I said, my friend owned it.
So was it a basketball game or a computer game? I don't know.
That's the problem. What is it? It's Shaq Fu is a game with starring Shaq that was a martial arts fighting game.
Okay. All right. So those references in the show like totally flew over my head. I had no idea what Eddie was talking about.
Well, yeah, I guess you were a little too young for that one, but I remember firmly Shaq Fu.
I think I'm just really appreciative that none of the characters are sporting the mushroom haircut.
Oh my god.
So I'm glad that they totally took that out.